So originally I did want to do a hidden gem today, but looking at how that last Road to Playoff video ended, I think it was required by law for me to just have some cheese redemption right off of the bat. And I'm probably just going to put more time into that hidden gem video, but this was the cheese redemption. I think I did jump into this game right after the last game because I was so upset about how the last game ended. And trust me, this guy was not any fucking better than the last guy. Oh my god. Alright, first of all, there was also a jersey mix-up to where he was running zone and the jerseys almost look exactly the same and I can't tell who is who. And his first play, he calls ISO to run left and right with Magic John. I was so upset, yo. Is it so hard to find somebody that is going to play straight up? And Dwight just takes a terrible bang! Okay, so that's just how we start games now. Alright, I don't even need to comment on what the fuck just happened because you saw it, and I don't need to say it over again because it's probably just going to get me upset. But like I mentioned in the last video, I switched up my playbook this game. I started running a different playbook with more,
and boom goes the dynamite,
horns plays. No, when I didn't have the heat playbook on, the main shooting play I did have was 63 fists and right to the fucking baseline. Right to the baseline, I can't even catch him. But yeah, I think that was known as like, well, is known now as like the cheesiest play in all of 2K. And I mean, it's very stoppable. I know to stop it. People have stopped it against me. But it is so fucking common now. Like, I think I've told so many people about this play when them asked me, them see me running in the video. And I was just like, no, I'm running plays because I like to run them and it breaks zones like this. So,
and boom goes the dynamite.
I'm not trying to enforce cheese. So I'm running a majority of horns plays in this playbook because I have about 3 run left to fucking right, yo. I have about 3 different horns plays with it's basically a variation of the play of the same play 3 different times in a way. So it just gets me open for,
and boom goes the dynamite,
3-pointers just like that, because 63 fists in itself is a horns play, it's just not called horns whatever. But in this case I use 3 different versions of the play to get 3 different people on the team open for a jump shot. So now I have more variation in this playbook either way, and I'm kind of going to keep them to myself for a while before people start thinking that I'm enforcing cheese again, running shit like 63 fists, because I was running that shit before it was a thing. It was very annoying to see that people see me running this play and they're like, you run that shit too? No, bitch! I was running that shit before! So, done with that shit. But as you can see, I've run a multiple of variations of that play a couple times already and had multiple different looks on the offensive end. Mr. fucking Unreliable once again missing the shot because apparently that is not a good shot. But I'm going to pick this shit off with Penny. And I still see Mullen down there for the easy
Sit the fuck down.
You know when you're spamming X or square to get a steal, but then after you've gotten the steal, you just 2K still thinks that you're spamming the button so it make you shoot. You know how annoying that is? Why it make you shoot? Just let me pump fake or something. Like, for the love of God, David Robinson, don't shoot that one. Thank you, Jesus. I didn't get to mention my opponent in this whole time that the game started. As you can see, every player that's coming down, the first thing I look for is the baseline to see if it is open. And if not, I'm just going to kick it out. And if it's not a 3-point and I get an offensive rebound from it, then he is just going to post up and try and fade. It's so generic, and I'm jumping from one piece of cheese into another piece of cheese. Like, I can't just find a good fucking... You might find me on the corner, Magic Johnson, but not in my house. Michael, go ahead and finish that. This shit only happens to me. Only me. Literally. And it's always... And just to slap me in the fucking face and try alley-oop, that was terrible. That was all over. It only happens to me, especially when I'm trying to go on a run to pull up.
And boom goes the dynamite.
I mean, for real, Dwight Howard hitting mid-range and shit like that, and then watch this, locking him up for the final play. None of that shit, none of that baseline. I see the clear out on the other side. Don't you dare. No! Thank you, shot clock violation, because he just, it's like people know how to trigger that cheesy dunk animation, yo. I don't know. That is, you can't stop that animation. You literally can't. Go and try one more time, Mr. fucking broke foot.
And boom goes the dynamite.
So you might notice that this game has a lot of dynamite going off. In other words, it's very explosive. You get it? No? Oh. Give me that shit! It does my heart good to fuck up Anthony Davis Dono. Give me that shit again! But yeah, this guy was playing a fucking hefty flow zone. And I was forced to do this shit. And I have no more fucking regard. My fucking basket! Ah! Shaq is actually playing like Shaq for the first time, I think, since I've gotten him. So that actually fucking helped in this game, especially in a game where I needed rebounding. Went up against Dwight and Anthony Davis, 2 of the most fucking...
And boom goes the dynamite.
Overpowered 2K rebounders in the game. On a side note though, I had no fun. After the game that I lose is where I'm the most fucking savage against these people. You think I had fucking care if I shoot 33 points? No, you're playing a zone and I'm going to and what's the worst part is when you're busting the zone wide open and then don't change it.
And boom goes the dynamite.
What makes people think that the zone is the only way to play defense in this game? Alright, but before I go on a fucking run, I'm just tearing this guy a new fucking asshole, and Tmac is doing work and shooting over everybody possible. I think this was my first, I don't know, it's probably not my first, but it just felt like Tmac was the fucking go-to goat in this scenario. And there's me running the play one more time, and it's, like I said, a variation of Horns.
Ow! And boom goes the dynamite.
He is on fire! A variation of Horns plays that gets different people open either on the corner or the wing with options to swing it. So now instead of just running a play to get somebody open in the corner, I'm finding a play to get somebody open with options to swing it and options to get it down low, which works so much more effectively, really and truly. So I'm actually happy that people thought 63 Fists was getting out of hand, which caused me to go and find a new playbook with even better plays. So fuck the Heat playbook, and I refuse to let this new playbook I'm using get called cheese as well. Alright, I'm running plays because I need to against fucking people like this. And here is the lockup play of the day where I sit a clear out. I don't even know why it's protect the paint, but it's still cleared out on that side. None of that baseline shit. I know where he wants to go. Look, he's using the Rosen of all people. Lock up, nowhere to fucking go. Them always find a way, yo. Them always find a way to not reward me even when I deserve it. And then watch this shit. If this was a close game, following the cheese that I did face last game, that shot by Dominique would have probably made me think 2K was personally conspiring against me. Either way, like I said, it's thunderstorming, and this guy's downfall was the fact that he was playing zone. Big horse, Shaq. Big horse. Finally playing like he should be. Try again one more time, Mr. fucking Unreliable.
And boom goes the dynamite.
And that kind of put the nail in the coffin for him at that point, because him just come down and start shooting 3-pointers. But I did mention in the last video that I was going to bring in 2 new people, but I did forget that I did jump into this game so fast, and the only thing I did change was my playbook. So they come in the next video, and I might as well tell you at this point, I did include the Ruby Pippin, because he's now the new Jordan stopper. I needed somebody that could be able to just...
And boom goes the dynamite.
Pippin now on my team becomes more than anything utility. I don't even know why. I had to pause on him. I never pause on people, but this guy, the fact that he was even still in the zone, I had to let him know real quick. Even Dirk makes an appearance and steps in and makes a 3-pointer of his own. That was net because that really was a 3-pointer, but then counted as 2, and I still have to post him and toast him real quick with Dirk. Dirk still exists. He's just on the bench, and it's annoying because I really want to use him more often, but the fact is people who play defense like this, when them double team you in the post,
and boom goes the dynamite,
either them take the ball or you're going to throw a stupid pass to the wide open man, or they're able to get back either way. And this was a fuck you play to post him up with Malone. Don't jump, young blood, not your time yet, Anthony Davis. Sit down please, thank you. And that was the end of the game. So thankfully I faced somebody who was just as cheesy but didn't really master the art of cheese as much as the last guy did, so I was able to hand him his ass real quick. But Ruby Magic Johnson, the Prince of Cheese, had to remind me that there will come a time where I will face somebody once again like the last guy who makes me want to stop playing this game. On a brighter note, Pippen comes in and he becomes the LeBron stopper. He becomes more of a utility player, and Tmac went the fuck off for the first time efficiently in a while. He becomes a very good utility player because I can put him at the 2, I can put him at the 3, and can guard anybody in this game because I think he's arguably the best defender in the game, next to Jordan. And I want to experiment, we'll try to play with Pippen at the 1, because I faced a sub of mine one time that did have Pippen at the 1, and he didn't play cheesy with him, it's just that it worked very efficiently for some reason, like because Pippen have diamond aim, all of him passing stats are up there. So for the people that going to have Ruby Magic Johnson and LeBron at the point guard and shit like that, he is an option to be able to come in at the point guard and stop them. Because I love Penny, but at the same time, Penny, him can't really shoot, and it really hurts me sometimes, because even though him jump shot is decent in the 80s, he has a slow form and is not as effective as I'd like it to be. So Penny has been an OG on his team since 2K13, and now I just need to kind of retire him for now, just because I have to adhere to the cheese. And last but not least, I am bringing I hate him so much, but I'm learning to respect him. Emerald West Goat, fucking Westbrook. He is so fun to play with, and Emerald Westbrook is arguably one of the best cards I've used in my team so far this year. Don't ask me why, but it is so. He is really fucking good, and you're going to see how good he is pretty soon. But Pippin and Westgoat get added to the team, and it's as complete as it's going to be now. And finally, I'm trying to get the next hidden gem up by, I think, what's today, Wednesday. I'm trying to get it up by Friday, Saturday, because that was supposed to be today, but I felt like putting a bit more time into that video.